Hi, awesome ZMS 5th grade math students. Today we're going to start looking at chapter 19, which is about dividing fractions. So far we've been working with adding, subtracting, most recently multiplying, and now we're going to divide fractions. Okay? So let's take a look at this example. I want to start out with a story problem to help us visually understand what's going on. So in my problem here, we are talking about Carrie. And Carrie has 2 yards of ribbon to use for a craft project. Carrie needs to cut the ribbon into pieces that are 1/3 of a yard long. How many pieces of ribbon will Carrie have? Okay, how many pieces of ribbon? So the first thing we need to do is set that up into a division problem. So here's our division problem. I start out with 2, and I'm dividing it into thirds, into 1/3 pieces of ribbon. So into thirds pieces of sections. Sorry, that's really difficult to say. So anyway, my problem is 2 divided by 1/3. So here's what we're going to work with today. Today we're going to work with our fraction strips, and we're going to be able to do this visually. So first thing I need to do is have 2 bars out to equal 2. So I have 2, and I'm dividing it by 1/3. So essentially what I want to know is how many 1/3 sections can fit into 2. How many 1/3 sections can fit into 2? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw in my third section. So I've got a third, a third, a third, a third, and a third. Now I'm going to count how many different third sections I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer to my problem is 2 divided by 3 equals 6. So Carrie can have 6 pieces of ribbon. Okay, so again, my dividend always goes on top, and my divisor goes on the bottom when I'm talking about my fraction strips or my fraction bars. Okay, so let's do a couple of example problems together, then you're going to do a couple by yourself. So the first thing we want to do is write a number sentence for each model. So again, I'm starting out with 2 whole, so 2 is my dividend. So I'm going to say 2 divided by, what am I dividing by? I'm dividing by 1/4. So 2 divided by 1/4 is going to equal what? Well, let's find out. So again, I'm starting with 2 apples, and I want to know how many quarter slices can I make out of my apples. So I'm going to say there are 1, 2, 3, looks like 4, obviously, right? 4/4 fit into 1. So then that should automatically mean that there's going to be 4 that fit into this other one. So now when I count, how many 4th sections do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 divided by 1/4 equals 8. I can divide 2 whole sections into 8 1/4 little sections. So when we're dividing by fractions, it actually is going to make sense that usually our quotient is going to be bigger. When we divide whole numbers, that's not the case. But since I'm dividing a fraction of something, I'm usually going to end up with a bigger number. So let's see if that theory holds true for our next problem as well. Here's my question. I have 5/8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So 5 is my dividend. That's what I'm starting out with. And I'm trying to see how many 8th sections fit into 5/8. So if you think about science, when you've been working with your rulers and whatnot, I want to know how many 1/8 sections fit into 5/8. Is basically what I want to know. So there's my number sentence is going to be 5/8 divided by, or I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I said 5/8 and wrote 5. 5/8 divided by 1/8. How many 1/8 sections are going to fit into 5/8? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's our answer going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My answer is 5. Again, how many 5/8, how many 1/8 sections are going to fit into 5/8? So I start with 5/8. I'm trying to divide it into 1/8 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/8 sections fit into 5/8. Okay? So again, let's see, did that hold true? 5 is bigger than 5/8. So yep, same theory held true. My quotients are going to be bigger than my dividend. All right. Now, you are going to try these by yourself. Again, you are writing a number sentence for each model. Write a number sentence for the model. And I will see you back in just a few minutes. All right, let's go over our answers to the U-Try problem. So let's see how we did here. For the red squares, I'm starting out with 4/6. So 4/6 is my dividend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4/6. And I'm going to divide that into 1/3 sections. So how many 1/3 sections? So that's going to be, when I continue my model out here, I have another 1/3 section. So how many total 1/3 sections do I have? I have 1, 2. So I get 2 as my answer. Over here I'm starting out with 2/3. 1/3 and 1/3 is 2/3. And I'm dividing that into 1/6 sections. So how many 1/6 sections can fit into 2/3? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going to have, I can draw in 1, 2, 3 more 1/6 sections. So I know that 2/6 is equal to 1/3. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I get 4 as my final answer. And again, remember, keeping with the theme, my quotient is bigger than my dividend. All right, and tomorrow I will see you, Mr. Skur will see you to do some bell work problems with using models to find the answer to division problems with fractions. So we will see you tomorrow.